Awesome King, we worship you this morning. Oh, glory to your name, glory to your name, glory to your name, glory to your name, glory to your name. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Good to be here this morning. Sorry, I've been having a few challenges with my Facebook account, but I think this one will go through this morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff Uluwagbega, Pastor Asoto Inshagis, and I welcome you to another edition of The Open Gates. Oh yeah, The Open Gates. Sorry, I'm playing music this morning. Just let's go straight to what we have here. We've been talking about marriage for about 3 weeks. Yeah, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. So this morning I'm talking about also about marriage. What every now and then in our lives we 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 try to put we try to plan our life as against what people have been saying. I'm sorry, along the pathway of what people have said about something. And a lot of time we have not, some of us have not actually taken the risk of checking out if what people have said about this particular thing is true to them, or true to everybody. Whatever information anybody gives you about what he or she is going through in marriage is probably our own experience, which does not have to be your experience. And if you get close to that person, you also find that some of the things that he or she has accepted to be our experience or actually someone else's experience. Oh, my mother said, our friend said that our mother said this is how to do it. You can see now it's going to like three levels. And each of the person that's quoted in that conversation have personal experiences that are not the same experience with what you are currently having. A lot of time, people of influence can tell us something about marriage, and we want to just go ahead and believe what they have told us to be the truth. But the thing about marriage is this: it works by principle. Yeah, it works by principle. And in as much as you plan to get married, marital intention, in spite of what your marital intentions are, you still need principles that makes it work. On this particular platform, this House of Torrential Grace platform, I'll be talking to you about some biblical principles that you need to make your marriage work. So I titled this Marital Intentions. Marital Intentions. There's no one. Jesus said, who among you want to build a tower and will not sit down to count the cost? Who among you wants to build a skyscraper? Who amongst you want to build a house? Who amongst you wants to start a business and will not sit down first to ask himself, do I have enough to do this? Jesus said in that scripture that if you do not plan it and then you stop midway, people will say, what's wrong with this man? Why did he start what he cannot finish? A whole lot of us start things that we know we cannot finish, or things that we did not finish. I've been a victim of that a few times before, that I will start something out of zeal, and not sitting down to count the cost, and then along the line the zeal dies off. And then there's a difference between a zeal and a leading. There was a time that I had a zeal to start doing something in the University of Abuja. I printed flyers. I went there. Someone gave me a platform to introduce the program, and it's just about this. That time I was doing obviously living team, physical appearances, physical meetings. I'm going to start that one again. I've been doing that for a long time. I did it by leading, but the one for University of Abuja was not by leading. It was just by zeal. So I went there, and then along the line I knew that no, this is just zeal. Zeal might get you right sometime, but sometimes I get into trouble. It might be a distraction for you. My zeal is just that these young people who are leaving university will not get it wrong and all the rest. Yes. And then I pulled out. I didn't even do one. I just did one promo, and then with that because it was just zeal. So if you are starting something, if you want to go into marriage, are you get married because you are zealous, you are zeal to get married, or you have a leading at a particular time? Everybody at a time might get married, but not everybody is going to get married. The truth, listen, marriage is not for everybody. Not that God does not intend marriage for people, but some people, marriage is not their thing. There's no way. It's not just their thing. They are natural loners. They are best when they are alone. Don't force those people to marry. Don't let any zeal catch you to push them to marry. And they will not even have zeal for marriages already. So marital intention, I'm talking about this, what does it mean? What is marital intention? What is God itself? What is God's intention about marriage? The golden place that we keep reading again and again when we talk about marriage is going to be in the book of Genesis, even though there are other scriptures to support that. But that seems to be our baseline. That seems to be our starting point where we start reading the scriptures from when it comes to marriage in the book of Genesis. Okay, Genesis, where are you? Okay, Genesis 1. Sorry, let me make it Genesis 2. Okay, our same Genesis 2:24. So let me read from the good news. Okay, no, let me read from where it started from 17. So that's where God said, okay, now it's not good that we leave this man alone. It is not good. So let us try and do something. That's 18 said, the Lord God said, it is not good for the man to live alone. I will make a suitable companion for him. So he took some soil. So that's the process now. God has an intention. The intention is that there will be companionship. That's why I said there are some people who are there, they are loners. They are just unrepentant loners. They are just like that. Loners should not just venture into getting married. See, until you get over your loner mentality or your loner personality or whatever that I want to call it, do not venture into marriage because you're going to put somebody into trouble. And it's not a trouble one, it's going to be a trouble as long as you people live together. Some people know that they are not interested in sex at all. Sex is a no for them. And then you went ahead to get married. When you know that sex is an integral part of marriage, why do you just want to put yourself under pressure? You know that problem will persist. Will persist because sexual incompatibility is a serious matter in marriage. When we have men who are very highly sexually sensitive, sexually active, and then we have a woman who's just like zero. And sometimes we have it the other way: women who are sexually active, and then you have a man who does not even have any interest in sex, and then there's a problem. So, what is your own intention? Want to get married? What is your intention? Joseph, if I ask you, I like to ask every of my clients in my professional part of me. I ask people why do you want to get married. I try to ask them a lot of questions about that, and I discovered that a lot of time people do not even know why they want to get married. You don't know. You say because the Bible said, don't tell me the Bible said. The Bible said yes, but you, what are you seeing? They say, because my parents are saying this and that. This is not about your parents. Your parents are not going to live in this marriage with you. What about you? What are you saying? What are you saying? You got to be saying something. You got to be saying something. And that something you are saying is what will keep you. As long as so long as you stop saying that something, then the fire begins to die. I mean, a lot of time we are surprised that people get married and in 6 months, 1 year, they are tired. They're tired because they are sprinters, they are not marathoners. Sprinters are not long-term people. Sprinters just want him pass, pew. After that, they are saturated, they are okay. They don't want anything again about that thing. So, and you are a marathoner, and marriage requires to be a marathoner. You understand? You might struggle at the beginning, struggle 1, 2, 3 months, struggle. Those things are very normal. All those challenges you have in marriage for 2, 3, 4, 5 months are absolutely normal. But sprinters will get everything excitement. After the excitement dies, they are not interested again. Now, what are your marital intentions? Even if you are married, you are married for 10, 15, 20 years. What are your intentions? Because sometimes your intention might have died, and what you're having now is just you're just playing along and dragging along. There's no excitement in it again. So the first question I'll ask you this one is, why did you get married? What exactly got you into marriage? That question is a question that I can ask 100 times in a day from people because you need to keep asking until you're able to get a a satisfactory answers. So why did you get married? Or why are you planning to get married? What are your marital intentions? Now, let me say something. I want to so I have something here. I say, what are your motivations to get married? What are motivations to get married? Is it a drive, sexual drive, career drive? Maybe in your career, you need to be married to be to have access to some perks on the job. So you want to get married because of the job, not because of marriage itself. So after you get so as soon as you get the perks you're getting from the office, you lose interest in marriage. After you get those perks, you lose interest in marriage because it is natural. That was not your focus. That was not actually your focus. Your focus was on your career, and you needed marriage to be a stepping stone to that career. As soon as you step into that career, you already left marriage behind. For some people, it could be anything. It could be anything. I've heard someone said, my parents said, as soon as I'm 25, I must be married. So our parents said, 25, get married. So our parents planned a life for her, forgetting that you don't have to be married at 25. The person needs to be physically, emotionally, and mentally ready, because marriage is going to strain you. That's true. It's a strain. Marriage will strain you because there's a whole lot of things that marriage will bring into your life that were not there before. A lot of things that were there before, marriage is going to wake them up, and something that was not an issue before will suddenly become an issue. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So the question is, why? What are your marital intentions? I'm talking to other people that are not married this morning. If you're listening to me, anytime you're watching this video, so Jeff is asking you, what are your marital intentions? And if you don't have a good intention, that's why you have not prepared yourself to be a married material, either as a guy or as a lady, because you are just loafing around. You have not seen any reason to prepare yourself for marriage. You have not seen any reason. The reason is not strong enough. As soon as the reason is strong enough, you begin to prepare, you begin to position yourself strategically to be the person that is likable by people. Now, when I say position yourself strategically, it does not mean you go and stand at T junction, go and be pushing yourself into guys and go and be warming yourself into ladies' hands. No, I'm only saying that preparation, this thing that we call luck, it does not exist. It's only when opportunity meets preparedness. Even if it is done by random, when it comes to you by random, if you are not prepared, so it's just saying that you can begin to put yourself in the right frame of mind for marriage. Now, in the professional thing I do as a professional marriage counselor, we have programs for us singles who are planning to get married, and we are even enlarging it now to include some other things that will put you on the spot to get prepared. So when God said it is not good for this man to be alone, I will get a companion. So you know that your job is first companionship. Are you a good companion? Even now that you're not married, are you a good companion to your roommate? Are you a good companion to the person you work with in the office? Are you a good companion even to your parents at home, to your siblings? If you are not a good companion there, the tendency that will be a good companion in marriage is very, 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 very low, because you are dealing with human beings. So part of the marriage preparedness is learn to be a good companion. I'm going to say this again, I've said it twice. If you are a loner, probably as a loner, you might not be a good companion to anybody you live, because you are not even sure they exist. You are just in that room. You have been together in that apartment for this the 6th month. You have not greeted them once. You have not said anything. You say I. You're alone. Even the eye, if the guy say the eye first, you feel bothered. Why is he saying hi to me? Let's just leave me. And just cool in and cool out, cool in and cool out. Sit in your corner, read your books, watch your videos alone. Please don't touch marriage, because you might end up with mental issues, because someone is going to perpetually sit in your space, perpetually sit in your physical, emotional, psychological space. You will sit there. You will sit there because that is marriage. That both of you will sit in your spaces. So if your spaces say no way out to people, please don't consider getting married. Don't have that intention yet until you are able to sort out your aloneness. Aloneness is not wrong, but perpetual aloneness is a problem. You want to be alone with God. Good. You are praying with God to God, and you want to take these 3 days alone. Excellent. But when you are taking your entire life alone with who? Alone to yourself, you're going to be a problem. You're going to be a problem source. Very, very problematic. And until you help yourself, until you begin to seek help now, there's nobody who can help you. And so, what are your intentions? So I keep asking that. What are your management skills? What are your managerial skills? What is your ability to manage situation and manage people? You want to get married? You have intention to get married. What are your managerial skills? Are you able to manage people? Are you able to manage complex situations? Because marriage will throw several things at you. You might not even have spanners. If marriage throws problems to you and throw spanners, if you can use spanner, it will throw different things. It's designed like that. It's designed like that because when two people who grew up differently are living together, it's not just going to roll like that now. No, it's not going to just roll like that. You need to work, you need to put 1, 2 things together to like see that, oh, this thing is working. That's why it is hard work. So when God said in Genesis 2:18, it is not good for this person to stay alone. What the Bible is just saying is that standing alone with God is not a problem. But when you are alone in a place you're expected to open up, that's a problem. So companionship is the major thing that God had in mind when he set out the issue of marriage. So are you a good companion? Are you an available companion? What are your tendencies to be a blessed companion to a man or a woman who's coming into your life? And you're already married. Are you a blessing in terms of companionship to the person you say you are getting married to? Some people are married to their career. You will cry one day, honestly. Some people, you are married to books. You're married to your career. You have neglected your spouse. Your children don't even know they don't know much of you. One day that career will kick you out. It's till we are growing old. No matter how good you are, you get to a particular age and you say, no, please. Let other people, let young people come in. The career will push you. When they push you out back to your house, back to your home. And you not make that home better than you left it. And you say, but I'm making money, I give them money. Money does not make money, it's not only money. Money is just one aspect of it. Your presence, you are the one they need. That's why even if you die, life will continue. And even if you have not provided money, life will continue. So why not make the best of it while you are alive? I'm talking to those people who are married to their career, who are married to outside, who relate better with outsiders than with their spouse at home. What's wrong with you people? Why did you get married when you know that you are not an inside person? When you know that you can't live with somebody who's supposed to be your companion? Why did you put such a man or a woman into trouble? Why didn't you stay on your own and get married to your book and carry your books to registry and say registry or registrar married me with these books? That would have been better for you. Because some of us you are not reasonable at all. At all. You are not reasonable at all. With people, you might look intelligent, but actually you are not intelligent. Because and you see, oh God. When it comes to the issue of marriage, when you are not trying to sit people down to reality, say, no, excuse me, I can manage myself. You can't. If you can, we would have seen it. And you know one thing, notice this. Academic intelligence, academic IQ, career intelligence is not the same thing as marital intelligence. Some people are very good in their career, but they can't manage marriage. Some people can manage an entire organization of 600 or 6,000 staffs. Let them come to marriage. They can't even manage a woman and the 4 children that they have. You get the blow off. You are not mature. We thought you are mature. You are not. You're a poor manager. You are a career manager. Yes, good. You are getting promotion in your office. Yes, good. But when it comes to the family level, you score 0. Let me close by saying this. I was saying that I spoke. There was a man that was brought to me for counseling. He was I mean, he was a middle-aged man, had a lot of money, and the man kept telling me that, see, I have money. Jeff, I have money. Money should answer this thing. I said, sir, money does not answer all these things. Money does not answer all things. Go back and read your recited very well. Money does not answer all things. So he said, but I said, no, sir. He said, I'm a very good guy. We've seen organization. My staff are the best staff. They are this and that. I said, yes, sir. I attest to that. Your staff are very excellent. They love you. But in this platform of being a husband, sir, you have failed. And the man was angry that I dare tell him a multi-millionaire that has failed. But actually, he failed. You might be good as a boss in the office. You might be good as a director of this and that. You might be good as a speaker. In fact, speaking outside is very easy. Anybody can speak outside. Come to your house and practice all the thing you are saying out. Come and practice it. That's when you believe you are matured. What are your marital intention? That's what I'm talking about today. This part one, marital intention. So if you know you are not flexible enough for change, don't marry. Stay until that part of you, that pride in you comes down, and know that flexibility is highly required in marriage. So some of us have been bad companions, but today you can be a good person. It's not just about praying about it. You begin to take steps. Sit down and ask yourself questions. Let your ego sit. Let your ego sit 3 kilometers away from you, because your ego will tell you that you have nothing wrong. Your ego will tell you that yes, you are a professor, you are this, you are a learned person, you are a director in the ministry of X, Y, and Z. But you can't direct your home, my brother. Your home will direct. You can't direct your mind. You are claiming to be director of what? Director of what? So my energy is just pumping this money, because I know that there's a whole lot of things that we need to put in place if we want marriage to work. And there's no magic about this. There's no miracle about this thing. Yes. There's no miracle about this. There's no magic about this thing. There are principles. When you put the principle in place and it's working for you, yes, so you have a miracle, because you need to put something first. There must be something in your hand. Work and faith, they go together. You cannot be praying for change in your family and you are spewing out venom to your wife, and you think there will be peace in that house. How does that work? Which prayer will you pray until the venom in your mouth becomes something that is sweet, something that is no longer poisonous, until poison stops coming out of your mouth? Some of us men and women, something that you say, people outside can never believe that you can say it. Because outside we think you're a nice person. Everybody salute you. Hey, Oga, hey, madam. Hey. But inside the house, you are the one that the Bible call whitewash sepulcher. Whitewash sepulcher cannot make a good marriage. Are you a whitewash sepulcher? You have to do makeover outside. We see your Facebook post. We are saying, wow. But the real you is toxic. What's your marital intention? I'm going to stop here this morning. Continue in the next video tomorrow by God's grace. My name is Jeff Oluwagbemiga, pastor of Torrential Grace. I've just spoken on marital intentions. This is part one. And I've been asking you a question. What are your intentions to get married? Now you are married. What are your intentions? What are your intentions to begin to make changes? And one thing I said, the ego will kill you. That job, that career that you are building, that you are now ruining your family, or that's a stupid man or woman that after your marriage that is falling around, that side guy and side chick you are falling around, they will destroy your money. They will destroy you first. And when you have been destroyed and you are now like nothing left in you, you